I was gonna change, but I had to get to this video. Fuck! There's a secret about me. I'm from Illinois. And I don't hate the Bears. I don't. You know, I'm a Cowboy fan at heart, through and through, bleed blue. But I'm from Illinois, and I've always kind of been partial to the Bears. But I'm really fucking starting to hate them. First, we throw 5 interceptions. Not this time, but the last time we played the Bears. And this time, it was just disaster. Do we have a defense? Do we own a defense? Can we buy a defense? Walmart sell a defense? Clearance rack? I don't fucking care. This is ridiculous. If the Bears wanted to run, they ran. If they wanted to throw, they throw. They scored on every single fucking possession. I don't care if you have Joe Montana. I don't care if you have Troy Aikman, John Elway, Dan Marino. You're not going to fucking win that game. Not a goddamn quarterback in history would win that game. When you have a defense that lets the other team score on every single possession. Shit, we picked it off. Brandon Carr, holding. We had, 2-3 plays before that. We had our hands, defense had their hands on the ball. Dropped. Sean Lee goes out with an injury. Bruce Carter goes out with an injury. Harris, after a 43-yard kick return, gets hurt. Des Bryant got hurt. Well, he got right back up. He had knocked the wind out of himself. But fuck, man. So I want to do a segment, and this segment is called Comments. And we're going to go to the interwebs here on ESPN, and I'm going to read off some of these comments. It's sad, man. This team is going nowhere fast. I feel sorry for all the Cowboy fans, me included. Jerry Jones has managed to make this team a laughingstock. I never thought I would say this, but I'm ashamed to be a Cowboys fan. Fuck off. Yeah, we got no defense. Jerry Jones sucks. We've known this. But if you're a Cowboys fan, you're a Cowboys fan. You can't be proud to be a Cowboy fan when they win the Super Bowl, and ashamed when you're the worst fucking defense in history. I mean, you're not a Cowboy fan then. I love the Cowboys and used to love Jerry Jones, but I can't keep going for a team with no heart. We need a new president/general manager. I mean, you got to keep going for the team no matter what. But new president, general manager, seems pretty legit idea. But it ain't gonna fucking happen because you know what? He owns the team, and Jerry Jones is not gonna sell the bitch. No. So it's just something we're gonna deal with. Either you're gonna be a fucking Cowboy fan with Jerry Jones, or you're just not gonna be a fucking Cowboy fan. Guess what? I'm a Cowboy fan. True blue till I die. Ride it out. You know what? Guess what? I'm younger than Jerry Jones. So you know what's gonna happen? He's not going to be the owner forever, so I'm going to get to live through some Jerry Jones era, you know, and post-Jerry Jones era. So I'm okay. Now, if I was 85 years old, I'd be screaming to fucking hire an assassin for Jerry Jones. But I'm not 85, so I'm going to get to live past, you know, the Jerry Jones era. But Jerry Jones is here. And you can't just be a Cowboy fan when they win Super Bowls and when they're America's team, and everybody and their mother has fucking bumper stickers and t-shirts and jerseys. Guess what? We got blown the fuck out today. We got blown out by the Saints, but I still got the goddamn jerseys on the wall. I still got the fucking hat, and the shit ain't going nowhere. It's gonna stay here, and it's gonna stay there. And it's gonna stay on my fucking chest. Because I'm a fucking Cowboys fan, and that's how it's gonna be. So all these piss poor fucking wannabe fans, it's easy. It's easy to like a team when they win. It's fucking simple. There's nothing. These are the times. These last 8 years, people give a shit. The Cowboys suck. There'll never be anything. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? We haven't. We haven't won a fucking playoff game. But what, one? Years ago, we barely made the playoffs in the last 5 years. So you know what? It's easy to get mad at the Cowboys. But you know what? I haven't lost hope. Because all Philadelphia has to do is lose one of their next 2 games, and then we beat Philadelphia. Yes, it takes some positions on our part. We have to win the next 2 games. We have to win out. We have to. Unless Philadelphia tanks and they lose the next 3 games, we have to win out. And with our defense, I'm going to be honest. I have faith. But I'm going to be a little bit more of a realist here. We have no defense. We have no defense. Brandon Carr, $15 million cornerback. I don't see any difference between him and the cornerback we had before him. Yes, now I will give Brandon Carr this. He has made a couple crucial interceptions late in games, in some certain games. But, I mean, you throw me out there in the last 3 years, I'm bound to get an interception. Once, maybe twice. Am I worth $50 million? Maybe if I kiss Jerry Jones' ass to make him feel like a special man, he'd give me $50 million. But, like I said, you got to live with Jerry Jones. And all these people saying they hate Tony Romo, I'm fucking sick of it. It's not Romo. Romo does what he needs to do to give us the best chance at winning. Yes, when you have no offensive line, you can't run the ball, so you're forced to throw it. And when you're forced to throw it, the defense knows that you're going to throw it, so they get to put all their formations into pass coverage. It's not too hard then. It's not too hard. Our offensive line used to be so horrible they could rush 3 and get to Romo. And if Romo didn't do all that Cinderella shit, I mean, have you seen the amazing plays Romo's made before? Yes, he's throwing some picks at the end of games. I guarantee if I put any motherfucker in there that's watching this video would throw an interception at the end of the game. I think every fucking quarterback in the league has thrown an interception at the end of the game, a crucial interception. But he's Tony Romo. He plays for Big D. Got it, get it, good. You know, it's like the Yankees, the pitcher, blah, blah. Yankees get more exposure. Get the fuck out of here. They're a baseball team. We're a football team. The fucking Browns are a football team. We're all a football team. We all have the same amount of people in the fucking field. We all play in a fucking stadium that has seats that people can sit there and watch. We're gonna get better. We're gonna get better, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some big picks, you know, in the draft. It's gonna take Jerry Jones stepping up and acting like a manager and taking some help from somebody else instead of having some yes men around him, telling him, "Yes, master. That's a good pick, master." Because if you tell, it's like the Game of Thrones, you know. Jerry Jones is the king, and all these people underneath him are, "Yes, your grace. Yes, your grace." And behind his back, they're like, "What the fuck's up with the king? You know, what's up with the king?" But when they get around him, "Yes, your grace. Yes, your anything for you, my grace." You know, and it hurts the Cowboys. You know, when we almost beat the Broncos, Jerry Jones said, "Well, it's a moral victory." At least Jerry Jones' son has some balls, because he steps up and he says, there are no moral victories in the NFL. Either you win or you lose. But today was not a loss. It was... Fuck, man. Yeah, I kept going, well, if we stop him this next time, we get the ball, hit a quick touch. We couldn't stop him. Now, Dwayne Harris returned that kick, and we did have great field position. I think if we would have scored there, we would have went down like, I think 14. And it might have been a different game, but probably not. It's our I've never seen, and there's a reason why I've never seen the Cowboys this bad on defense, because there's never been this bad of a defense in the history of the NFL. Has to be my team to have the worst defense in the history of the NFL. And you know what's funny? As I look back, and I got a defensive player and a defensive player. I'm proudly supporting two defensive players that partake and participate on the worst defense in the history of the NFL. Where's Rob Ryan? You know Rob Ryan? He's at the Saints, kicking ass. The Saints last year had about damn near the worst defense in the NFL. Now they're up there now, you know? Even Jerry Jones said, he said, I made a mistake getting rid of Rob Ryan. Yeah, yeah, you did. You got I think he's 78-year-old Monty Kiffin up there in the booth calling plays. And he's way in the booth. Can he even see to the field? What the fuck, man? We got a skeleton calling defensive plays. But it's okay. We win next week. I already said it. We got to win out. We got to win out. And we got to hope for the Eagles to lose one of the next 2 games. And then we got to beat them the last game of the season. But even if we get to the playoffs, let's play if we can get to the playoffs. Yes, playoffs, anything can happen, you know. Tony Romo, let's say we do get to the playoffs. Tony Romo is going to have to put up Madden video game numbers. He's going to have to throw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns and be superhuman. And nobody's going to do that for a 3-4 game stretch. And our injuries aren't just going to come, you know, they're not all just going to heal right up and come right back onto the field for us. And, oh, we made the playoffs, so everybody's healed and we're going to go. No. So, even if we make the playoffs, it's going to be another, well, Romo choked and that's why they didn't win the Super Bowl. No, it's not Romo. It's our defense. I could run on the Cowboys. I truly, honest to God, believe it. I really think if I was handed the ball, I could at least get 5 yards on the Cowboys defense. And I'm not an NFL player by any means. I bet you. Give me 10 attempts, I'm getting at least 5 yards on the defense. So that's pretty fucking sad. But I'm disappointed. I'm crushed. I watched it all the way to the final gun. I mean, even when I knew we weren't going to win, I watched to the very last second. But look ahead to next week. Aaron Rodgers, if he plays or not, who knows? But if Aaron Rodgers plays, I mean, Matt Flynn, shit, it's looking like a 5th grader could slice up our defense on passing. So, I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'll be back next week. Peace.